Alright, we will redo this video. The video I did, the audio is better, but I will send the message. This video is directed to President Emerson Mnangagwa. 90 days ultimatum. You have to hand yourself over to me. Whatever you are running, it's illegal. An illegal government. Since 1979, where we see Tongogara is gone, murdered before independence, when he would have participated in the liberation struggle. Which state do we get after? The Mutapa state back here, no? 1623 to 1902, where we see the first Chimurenga. The first Chimurenga, where we see some of the fighters there are Mbuyane Handa, no? Joyce Mjuri is not yet there. Or Opam Chinguri is not yet there. Who are the two women we see in the car with Josiah Tongogara? This is Comrade Chinks Chingaire. Yet something after falling on hard times. We see he sleeping there, not in a house, outside. He is a liberation war hero. Together with who? Somebody who can live in his own country. We're talking of Thomas Mapfumo. Thomas Mapfumo kana akatizira kwa America. Varongodzanyiriri. The best minister of health we have had, or maybe the only functioning, would be Dr. Timothy Stamps. Now we're seeing the same things we see just before the removal of Mugabe. Was it all a drama somebody planned? Are you even in control? We're seeing yesterday and the day before yesterday, they're marching in town. These guys, they're not the MDC A, B, C, D, or MDC T, or MDC Z, or triple A, triple B, triple C party, or the triple U party. No. They're not even Tokozani Coupe, when she takes over, they're not even Lavoma Duku back in the 80s. They're not even Sengezo Chabangu. No. Not even Job Scala, who spends 2 years in prison for being a lawyer for somebody who is murdered by gangsters. I'm shocked to see you have a police. You know that RP homicide. Homicide, they're going to say. They're going to take a student. How do they hold homicide? Eh? They will me like the man. Oh, Mr. Tony, see, let me see ID. Eh? Colonel Chikizani ID. Eh? We don't see ID that I'm being grown in Mambama. You're too petty. Or stupid. We see the first lady in town. Not politician or a member of any political party, or not a government job. We respect her as the first lady. She's a diplomat. Tourism seeking, diplomatic, relating with other first ladies. Seeking projects for women. We see Minister of Defense. What are you even doing there? It's an anti-drug campaign in a nation where there is no social services, where the entire nation is dysfunctional. anti-drug campaign, you do that. Mobva mabudisa maprisoner achiimba. I'm a musician also. I'm an artist also. Achiimba. You are riding on fighting against drugs. A common stereotype. You stereotype isusu hatomboivhunduke isu. When it comes to entertainment or pop culture, controversy, distorts bigger. Now we have an entire government demarcated post for pictures. Now you are now modeling a role as a role model by actual modeling. When we no longer have an Edgar's, nana topics where we saw Zimbabweans achisona kusona akutombode akuti license mimi ngoda kubata on my license rei license radio ndio wakagadzira radio ne TV ndozamune mishitaka Shazia, we should be paying for those things. Teach supporter our own. Zvino kana license re-TV rakudhura kupfuura DSTV, Netflix ndobhadha $3 pamwedzi. Not kuona mafilimu, kustadha mafilimu kuti maybe one day kana azopinda kune imwe nyika yemuri freeum, pamwe munyika muno muchaita freeum mekuti general wangu supreme general is murdered before the independence. Since 2008 my father is murdered. Ndaona my child soldier. Any moment I am. Now we see what happened in Mbare. In Mbare, Pamsika. Panopiswa. Harare rural again. Glenview kwanza wanekupiswa. Mbare yovakwa futi. Ndipani ko pipe. Ya privatize kwa. Kuno kushtunguza kuno. Makanzuru they are not working. My public toilet, my public power. Eno jango public irikuswera ichita protest packet bank. What we remember of Josiah Tongogara is the chete. Josiah Magama Tongogara. When he dies, how old is he? He is aged 41. When he dies, he is 41. Josiah Magama Tongogara is not Josiah Tungamirirai. Now, if Josiah Tongogara is standing in his grave right now, what about welcome to Tongogara refugee camp? That's an insult. That's an insult. What about Chimoyo? Nadzonya. Tongogara refugee camp, Tongogara had liberated zones. Mugabe goes 1973 to negotiate the release of Tongogara after we had Stepo murdered, and the guys they combine to form Zan's PF, Mugabe and Como, so that they would be having a one representation where at Lancaster House, we see a united force for Zimbabwe. It was not a ZANU-PF, no. ZANLA is not under ZANU-PF, no. There are many ZANLA troops and ZANLA forces. At one point, Mugabe is a spokesperson of them, like administering the war. The logistics, not administering whatever is administered, drugs. Not dispensary. Kuchine dispensary kuno. Ezvinezvi mangonya drugs. What happened then? Tongogara was made on Monday. Something up when Nongo came. Rex Nongo was not part of Josiah Tongogara's troop. No. Who was he? Who? Rex Nongo. Maybe Joyce Mjuru would be in Tongogara's camp, but not Solomon Mjuru. We see this image. Mnangagwa Mugabe. You have been in power, you have had your chance. Mugabe wanted to rest long time ago. 1 cent of power, etc. Now 2030. It's impossible, it's nonsense. We're going back to Lancaster House. Why did we even have that constitution here? So, if we're doing something, that constitution, we cannot amend it to make it looser. We would rather bring back the GNU of Morgan Tsvangirai. We'd rather bring back that one and even make it tighter. At law, all the agreements on which all those changes are made, those are valid. So everything is now in void. I'm still directing to Mnangagwa. Something up when we came here. Zanla. Josiah Tongogara was killed by his own forces on Monday. Now my computer just turned on, off. Okay. It shouldn't turn off. I don't turn off my computer. And also I don't use the screensaver. I'm always trying to be working. I've never worked a single day in my life. This is an open prison. Carpentry, I had to stop before I even inform one. I don't think there's anybody who can art carpentry than me anywhere in the world. Zanla commander Josiah Tongogara was killed by his own forces in Mozambique on Monday. Mr. David Makome, outgoing UANC Minister of Foreign Affairs, claimed today. He said information received reliable sources Maputo was Mr. Tongogara's body, etc. So I did look into all that. I never get to release a video. Well, looking into the CIA declassified documents, their reports there. I never got to communicate with the CIA to ask for the specific details or where we can look. It should be significant from the outset that something was suspect when Rex Nongo, the deputy Zanla commander, and not Tongogara, led terrorist commanders to help with ceasefire arrangements. Now, It should have been significant from the onset that something was suspect when Rex Nongo. Now we are seeing Rex Nongo replacing Tongo Gara. I think we're seeing on X.com. To Zimbabwe, not to Mnangagwa. I don't know if you're on social media. I see your. I don't know to executive minister team. How did you pass a new legislation? You think you can regulate something that is not yours? Maybe if you talk about the city of London livery families, if you talk of regulation, Elon Musk anogona kuita ishi. Minister yenye kutenga mafona nekutenga maruta. Elon Musk satellite obuda achiti we have done a deal na Elon Musk. That's a scam. Havana kusiyana neyakomana nema-call center. After calling the Muchangwa, atombosungirwa izvozvo. The arrest of Collins Muchangwa becomes illegal. It becomes extortion. It becomes extortion. Ukusunga munhu for what for? An emotion. Then wobuda ushiti cha abolisha death sentence. Tongo Gara is gone. Me, I have never lived. I made that every day. My father is already dead. I'm with him here. I'm with Josiah Tongo Gara here. You think he's gone? There are videos of him speaking. We see him, at least. That's Tongo Gara. That is Chinks Chingaira. He's sleeping outside. My Mugabe would buy a house for Comrade Chinks. Now are you bribing war veterans? A private organization. More veterans are not pensions. Now we are building. And then more veterans they are happy food. Mazimbabwe zangangori kungwa yehondo akaparticipate. Nandamona mundani. Andambona munda ndangona sera mdala wangu ririmo newspaper. Unoenda sei? When masi yenyu yemasero menyu. It's hard robots who exist to be eating. Maybe that's why you say Tongo Gara refugee camp. No. It's now Tonga Gara Yoga camp. We start back again. We can't be pretending going to a hero's burial site and lighting a torch. This is now 2 September 2025. 2 September 2025, before it ends, the Herald, the same paper's Herald, we're seeing the same headlines. After seeing you, President Mnangagwa, also in Vatican. When these politicians, when your politicians actually get into power, who does the administration? Now we're seeing injustices. I'm not talking of Chief Ndiweni. I don't know about that. But if you are a minister and you think you can appoint a chief, you think Diwani. Hmm? You have completely made that not Zimbabwe, Mutapa state. You have changed the thieves. The British government, not the British government, the Rhodesian government, how were they relating to our traditional chiefs? What was the system in 1902? Mujuru is gone. We can't be lying about that. We cannot disrespect Josiah Tongogara. We cannot disrespect anybody. From the collaborators to the combatants and to the actual heroes. Because they are heroes. A hero is a god. Supreme General. Josiah Tongogara is Father Zimbabwe. But he's not Father Zimbabwe. Whatever he called it. I see a video. I try to see it for everyone. Me, I might not even. I may go maybe to the country and do some farming. Why is it better? Because the whole thing, something will be happening. Kanto Fapachona. Chichi not the Lancaster House Agreement. Chichi wouldn't tell my papa. Send a three, I wanna. Oh, we go America and answer the Condoleezza Rice. Not been favorite time and Condoleezza Rice. I'm forgetting the name. Comes in, helps. We've been seeing Gabe in the United States speaking. And we have the Lancaster House Agreement. We are the vanguards of Mutapa. Mutapa, our system. So, we see there will be wards were divided into clearly marked villages. Under each a village head. These would be petty Kefa kings. During a ceremony to establish a new village. So right now, hosted next door there, they're trying to be disturbing me. Sent by ZANU-PF to murder me. You are petty. Shut up. Now, a new village is opened up by the ward head after consulting the chief. During the ceremony to establish a new village, a ward head symbolically marked the limits of new village by erecting a wooden peg in the ground. Kudzika Bango. But anyways, we'll be back then or not. Why? We are linking. We're seeing the first lady with prisoners here. Making headlines. Musicians can't sing. A hero musician can't hear to be enjoying his legacy. Thomas Mafumo. The widow of Oliver Mtukudzi, right now, she even has to be given a car by Chivayo. Yet, we have to be administering that music. Do we even have it on Apple? Is it even streaming? From the time we see Tugu is signed by, what's the name? Mkazi Murungu. I can't even say the white because I feel like I'm being a nationally racist. Makawarungu. We hating white people. We don't hate white people. They brought us education, which your education, you failed your own education. Mtuli a technocrat, put us through austerity. That was a fraud. That was a fraud. You can't be a technocrat, statistician, mathematician who fails an economy. It's not betting. It's not betting like the back of the Wall Street. No. It's not a casino economy. You calculate. You calculate when you have value added tax, which is literally that value just added tax. Paramount lead, we have a king, 15,000 plus people, Great Zimbabwe and coming areas there. Maybe if we want to compare to today's time, in these new delimitations, maybe ingorinyaya kuti diri nderekuti wedzere extension chete patinowedzera mukabe 2 years apa chiti mukabe zvakati ezvinezvi kuti 2030 vakomana imimi 2025 6 7 8. What's important to you? Without nation building, without the basics, you're continuing the same nonsense that never worked. Josiah Tongogara, when he dies, is 41, age 41. Joshua Nkomo, age 82. Who is Father Zimbabwe? We haven't attained independence, ladies and gentlemen. You just staged 1980. We just staged 2017. We just staged everything else. Paramount leader, level 5, 5,000 people. Mtandana chiwaya katsi zinjanja richina tsindi danga mombe zozho matendere mapumbugwe senior chief 1,000 people chibvumani nditale petty chief 300 to 600 people. Now what do we have at nyika aina kana makafe kana what do we call this chikafu chinodhura ichi kumahotera chinobikwa nemachef? No. Tourism, do not want to trade South Africa, not because they're no, because we're neni. We don't even have social services. Oh, that's the role of the church. The Catholic Zayoja, we see Zayoja Polytechnic, but as never we have what? But to my technique, $20 pound. My students are champu poor, my grants. Nika to business, my passports. It's not a business, yeah, administration, statistics to be handled with your people. Now we take a driver's license, it's a business. Chikoro, it's a business. Manje chikoro chacho na chiripo chacho na ichocho ichi. Ndeche industry yipi? What comes first? We're not an academic nation, a studying nation, guys. Do we have chikoro? Chekudzidzisa unogadzira mushonga weAIDS. Iyo yakapera kudhara futi. Maybe pamwe danga usiku isina kupera. Do you have chikoro chekudzidzisa unogadzira mapenicillin? Remember, many going flu iriko COVID-19. National foods nechikoro here. zvimwe ndezvipi zviri munomu chi we have failed healthcare, we have failed finance. Finance nikuita zvemari, finance nani zvemari, finance the state of the health of the state. Finance, from where we get the word wealth. So if you are austerity and you are finance and there is no prosperity and we have a finance, I've come with a clear lens. Senior chief, 1,200 people. Maybe they know kunema kansela. Petty chief, neighborhood headmen, multiple settlements of 50 to 1,000 people. Neighborhood headmen, not village headmen. We're already urbanized. Now, we bring this democracy. When we have our mining dynasties, in England, hakuna ghetto kako, hakuna masewage kako. Kana vanhu vakapusa ivo kana kuti vanofunga kuti vanhu matsaga. Nenyaya kuti havana kungodzidza chete. But time will come. Yavanofunga kuti maflats ekumbare anoimprovika. When people are living as squatters in their own country, they even have a view. Yofunga this is home. Pavaimbenge vari imomo, mabhashura achigara imomo. Ndiani akapavaka ipapo? Industry ipi iri kupi? Who is doing the administration? Kuno kushitungudza kuno kuvanhu vanotovhunduka either council office or municipality. Kubvira Paul Mangwana achaya kuno ku illegally achinyora kuti letters of demand. Iwe, who are you? Uri lawyer? You are the worst criminal. Kuchka munhu because ndewe ZANU-PF. If you correct all this injustice right now, just for that only you will be heroes. For now, you are zeros. In this dramatic drama. Actually, you are serious. Let's say you are serious. It's impossible for you to last. There will not be a land here. There will not be anything. There will not be 2,000 from the time Chinjirai Hunji threatens the government or whatever. Stands Rai Hunji. Mugabe is under fire. Mugabe is coming from New York. What's happening? Let's do this. Fire Shinamasa is removed. Now we see this nonsense. Anti-drug campaign. In a country where there is no social services. In a country where Joyce Mjure to give Strive Masiwa a hard time. Strive Masiwa's wife through Capital Trust has been doing the actual social service, actually educating children, even with special financial needs, not special education needs. Now we even have whatever they call this so-called charity, where you have children with special needs, they are just imprisoned and fed for the rest of the life they will never have. Where they are disabled, maybe they are differently abled. Do we have special jobs for those ones? You can't even allow them to import duty free for business. Yet you are diplomats. That's Diplo. Now we're having this with placards. Actually, do you think this will stop drugs? Let's say the problem of drugs is actually not your problem. Porous borders, if any. Do you think that problem works like you have a government with actual intelligence that looks for information? You are preparing for your 2030, it will not work. You have 90 days. It will not work. I'll be here or in England. It will not work. We see who? A Minister of Defense, Minister of Youth, Machakaire. When I see Minister Machakaire, I would expect to see Jennifer Muswere there beside him. I don't see him. Who else? Jacob Mafume. Oh. There. Where's our kuku? We see a community member failed to donate to a clinic because they are under Chamisa. Past 2 days, what are the headlines in the newspapers here out? What is a newspaper? If you want to have your own private, do so. The presidential report, no problem. You can't deny people to be anything. It takes time, nothing takes time. You're just taking time. Vision 2030. we can't have Vision 2030 without anything. Come on. We can't have anything without anything. Pass Nizan BF. Clarence Kuze Patsika. I'm going to sign out. Right about now, we continue. We don't stop until we start.